Can you just give us a brief description of like, what is ketamine?
Sure. So let me go back to where it started. So ketamine was first synthesized in a laboratory back in the 1960s. Some doctors at a pharmaceutical company called Parke-Davis were looking for a new general anesthetic, something to put people to sleep for surgery. And the reason they were looking for a new one is the one they were using previously, called phencyclidine, was causing problems. When people would wake up out of surgery, they'd be very agitated, combative, confused. Well, the other name for phencyclidine is PCP. And so at that time, they were using PCP for general anesthesia, and it
Oh
wasn't
my
going so well.
God.
So they decided they needed to find something different. So these chemists and scientists started looking at analogs or medicines that were similar to PCP but different. And one of them they came up with was ketamine. And they tried it out, and it worked pretty well. There was a little bit of after effects when people wake up from surgery. Some people would feel like they were floating out of their body, or they couldn't feel their arms or legs. And one of the scientists at Parke-Davis went home and told his wife about this. And she said, "Oh, it sounds like it's a dissociative anesthetic," which is a label that stuck. Thank goodness, because if it had been labeled as psychedelic back then, it probably would have been taken off the market. But because
Yeah.
they didn't call it a psychedelic, it was available and was approved by the FDA in 1970 as a general anesthetic. And so for the last 50 plus years, people have used ketamine both in human medicine and veterinary medicine as an anesthetic to put people or animals to sleep for surgery. And so that was the main use of ketamine from 1970 until about the year 2000, when some researchers at Yale discovered that if they gave lower doses, what they call sub-anesthetic doses, to people intravenously, their depression would rapidly improve. And that was a major breakthrough at the time, because most antidepressants that were in use take weeks to kick in, and so people would be suffering. Mm-hmm. But with this intravenous ketamine, people would feel better within sometimes hours or a day or two. So it was a huge breakthrough. So since 2000, intravenous ketamine clinics have popped up all over the country, helping people who are severely depressed.